Okay, people can see us. They can hear us. Maybe they can even smell us, but that's only if they tip us with lots of bits. It's like, that the Gamer Girl water, but it's just, Chuck Streamer stank. I'm sorry. I really
This
am.
checks out. Yeah. This checks out.
I guess I should see. Oh, there's a Bert.
Hey, Bert.
Hi, Bert. You are seen, you are heard, you are smelled. What a glorious day. Hey there, party people. It should smell some pretty good tobacco. It's some good stuff. I dig it. Welcome to the show. This is a Bitter Harvest. We're repping Defenders of Kobold tonight. Alex is MIA at the moment, but he is bound to show up in the next 15 to 20 minutes, so he'll just show up and then all of our cameras will be fucked to hell, and then I'll click a few buttons and then they'll be mildly fucked to hell, then I'll click a few more buttons and then we'll be good to go.
We wouldn't have it any other way.
Yeah, that's the way it's got to be.
I like the play-by-play on that. I really feel like you're setting up my expectations for what's
I just want people
to
know, that this isn't necessarily a high quality production.
I'm here, so I could have told you it's low quality.
Yeah.
Really?
Okay. We got it.
We've got a call to kill Dan. It's important that we kill Dan.
So we got one vote for Dan dies in the end and one vote for Dan not dying in the end. I guess fate decides. Let's go through. We're going to introduce ourselves. So you'll tell me who you are. You'll plug your pluggables. And then you'll tell us about who your character is. And then after we get through that, we're going to do a little recap to get the story so far. So I'm Chuck, HBIC, over on Defenders of Kobold. You can find us twitch.tv/Defenders of Kobold. We also stream every other Saturday on Goodman Games, twitch.tv/Goodman Games Official. That's tomorrow night. Those opposing Saturdays, we stream on twitch.tv/Free League Publishing with some Forbidden Lands. I'm also in all of Jeff's games on Mondays. Jeff can tell you about those. That's me. Our big thing to plug is Dan Dies in the End, our zine. There it is. Best 50 cents you ever spent. The print on demand is underway. I hit the table. Somewhere within the next 2 to 3 weeks, you'll be able to buy it print on demand. And when that happens, the sell price goes away. So PDF will be $3.99, or for $9.99, you can get you the print format along with the PDF. So if you want to get a super cheap PDF, buy it now. If not, wait till, later, and you can get it in paper and PDF. It's fucking great. That's me, Chuck. We're going to go in the order of the template, because why the fuck not?
Bert.
So...
Bert, putting that gross link in chat.
What? I like his, don't click that. I don't actually know where it goes.
I clicked it. Now I've got weird pictures of naked women all over my computer, and they won't go away.
Oh, there's an Alex. Let me click over real quick. Pachow. It almost worked. I can fix this. Hey, Alex.
There you go. It's pretty close.
It's close.
I just gotta wiggle some stuff around. We're just getting ready to do introductions. We were going to go in the order of things. Let me just move some things around real quick. We'll go boop and boop and over
I would
there.
like to say that Bert is here repping xxhub.com, where you can go for all your Bert needs. I don't know.
Well, apparently it's where you go to watch Sleeping Dan. I don't know.
That's dirty. All right. While I continue getting these... Shh! While I continue getting these sorted out. And catch Chuck sleeping. Yeah, that's where it goes. Josh, why don't you tell us who you are, plug your pluggables, and then tell us about your character tonight. Oh, you're muted?
It was an act. It was all an act.
That's
to catch you off guard.
All those years of mime school didn't pay off for nothing.
I have I graduated. magna cum something from mime school. Okay?
Magna cum mimey.
My magna cum mimos. Actually,
Magna cum often.
Hi, I'm Josh. Go by an Orient. You can find me doing streamy stuffs 4 days a week. Twitch.tv/anorient. I do have some YouTube stuff coming as well. You can find me on the socials pretty much anywhere. It's like @GameDadJF. And yeah. And my character is Lorenzo Montoya. You may have heard of my brother. He does things. He fights a man. He has an awkward number of fingers.
Aha. Cool. All right. Brendan.
Hi, I'm Brendan. I'm with the Defenders of Kobold. Chuck covered most of the pluggables that I have, and my phone is plugged in, so I don't really have anything else to say other than check the Discords. Both the Zweihander and Defenders of Kobold Discord, if you like the people here and want to hang out. We talk tabletop all the time. That's what I have to plug. Thank you very much, and I cede the remainder of my time to the next person.
No, you don't.
Fuck you.
No, you don't.
You have a character?
Your character.
I don't. You know, I just do this on purpose now at this point. So I'll be playing Blackjack, who's an ogre tonight. He's a gutter snipe, and he's just kind of he's in a bit of a loving relationship with Calloway, who's a dwarf in the campaign that will also come up later. Like, that's actually the defining thing about my character is the very kind, sweet, supportive relationship that he has with Calloway so far. That's what I'd like to share about
It's a beautiful
Blackjack.
thing.
I like how he's an ogre tonight, but who knows what he might be any other night.
He's whatever you need.
Whatever
him to be.
Calloway says he's gonna be.
He's not very ogre bearing, so you know, however the night goes, the night goes.
Yeah, that's where it's at. Next up is Dan.
Hey, Dan with the Defenders. I'm the Dan who dies. Hopefully at the end of tonight's session we'll find out. Hopefully not in real life though. Sorry, Bert, maybe.
Sorry.
I'm playing Sugar Danny and Aristocratic Cheap Jack. So they try to swindle the way into some money, and if they can't swindle the way otherwise, they use money. So we'll see how it goes.
Yeah. I'm sorry, I got distracted. I had the Zoom up here, and I had the Twitch up here, and OBS over here. So there was like 1,800 of each of you, and I got real confused on where to look for a second. I'm focused again. So next up is Jen.
Hi, I'm Jen. I'm from Defenders of Kobold. You won't find me anywhere that you can't find any of these jokers. So if you look for them, you'll find me under some rock. Tonight I'm playing Lelia, who I am Big Pharma. Lelia. There we go. Got
There
it.
it is.
Thanks, Jeff. Thank you, Jeff. It'll live on forever. She's an ogre sellsword who basically has no money whatsoever, is super debt ridden, and just like kills people to stay above water, which is so true to my real life that you know it's a little sad as I play her. Yeah, and I mean that's kind of it. I'm not 100% certain how well I leveled her up, so I just looked at somebody else's chart to see how many they have plugged in, and then copied that. So that's what I'm doing tonight.
Works for me.
I was doing the same thing, so I hope you weren't looking at mine.
I wasn't. I was looking at Ray's because he's the one who always gets mine up to speed.
So this is maybe the one session, the one game I'm in that I have not been on top of it, so I don't know if we got more points last session or not.
I had
You
400 reward points sitting, and I didn't know. But then I looked at yours, and you had actually like one more thing selected than I
So
did.
Is this session 3? Is this like our third session?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is third
We should
session.
have 400 to spend total. Yeah.
1,400 total.
1,400 total. Yeah.
How many should I not have selected?
You should
That's
have
a good-
13 selected.
Unless you
Right
bought
down.
a Focus.
Unless you bought a focus.
I'm fixing mine as we speak.
Oh, I was good to go. Look at me. Hey.
Look
did
at
it.
you.
And I copied the right person. I did it.
You did
Stream
it.
over. Bye, everyone.
Goodbye.
See us on triplexhub.com.
We won the adventure and also got
Find
a
us.
venereal disease.
Oh my gosh. I didn't know it was going to be that good of a night.
The real adventure is to the clinic.
Guys, we need a plan B.
Wow.
Oh my god. And this is where we're at. Jeff, save us.
No. I'm Jeff. Adventures in lollygagging, play games on the internet. We play a lot of Zweihander every Thursday night on this channel. We play different adventures. Brendan and Jen are in the most recent one, so you can check us out. We also have a Zweihander podcast that drops pretty much every Monday. It's been going on for about a year, 13 months or so. And on our own Twitch channel, twitch.tv/the lollygaggers, we play different games, so come check that out. And I am playing, as Brendan already alluded to, I am playing a dwarf by the name of Calloway. He is an undertaker. He, I just realized now, is missing half his ear. I didn't realize that before. I hope that doesn't bother you. Blackjack. Yeah. So let's see. What else? What do I know about him? Oh yeah, he always does like the right thing. He is composed and unflappable, and he's a model of decency and proper behavior, I'm told, by his alignment. So yeah, he's a good dude, and he likes to ride on Blackjack's shoulders, and hopefully they'll go off into the sunset while Dan dies horrifically in the background.
I would be heartbroken if that's not how it ends up. Also, real quick before we get to Alex, I dropped a link in the Discord as my DM Chuck account. Hit that link. Make sure you vote for us. That way we can show all those other streams that we are clearly the superior Zweihander Friday night stream.
I'm just going to put it out there. Looks like somebody's cooking the books.
And
there are bots involved. I guarantee it.
Why are we fighting these other people?
Because Dan Fox said we have to, and I am the ruthless one here, so we're gonna win.
I voted for encounter roleplay. Should I have not done that?
Oh, Jen, you did the right thing.
That's what's winning right now. So
You did
winner.
the right thing.
I didn't.
Just wait. I'm muting you for the night. That's your timeout.
She tried to talk and everything.
She did. She can't. I muted her on my end.
So good.
She's locked in a glass case of emotion.
Now who's going to mime school?
I voted for us, but what's the point? There are 14 votes, and we have 7% of them. It's not like all the people in the chat are going to go and vote.
Jen,
so that we
every
can...
vote matters.
Yeah.
So,
I know it does.
That's how the communists
I don't believe
win.
in electoralism anymore. Look at
Jeff.
2020. We need to burn it all down.
Oh
Let's
my
burn
gosh.
Twitter down too. Let's
All
just
right.
accelerationism.
Yes.
Sorry.
Alex,
Yes.
who are you? Who are you playing?
I'm Alex. I play with the Defenders Kobold usually. Yeah. Always.
Yeah. Like usually, like you're all over the place. Got your ass.
I am going to be playing Doomer today. Gamekeeper. I hate people, which says a lot about me, I think.
I think you're in with the right crew. Like we're either self-hating or hating everyone else. In which case, there's a person hated somewhere here by everyone.
But you're always on the right side.
Yeah. Yeah. What else? Oh, that was a noise. Oh, so yeah, let's play a game, I guess. That's what we're here for, so I've been told. Yeah. Welcome to the show. We're playing a Bitter Harvest. I do cast VPN. We're playing a Bitter Harvest. And this is our final session, maybe. We'll see. Maybe. We'll see if people die. So the story so far, you all showed up in a town, participated in some wedding games, got, blitzed off all the free booze, and kind of got wrapped up in the wedding drama of this family where, the groom had promised this bride gift of, some wagons full of hemp, and they never showed up. So you all got hired by the father of the bride and the groom to go and see what the fuck happened. You set out and you find that there's a tombstone. I'm getting distracted very easily. It's not a drawback; it's a trait. You all found the caravan carrying all this hemp got waylaid, and like everyone was murdered, and they were peppered in these, crude arrows with black feathers on them for the, the stabilizers. I don't know the anatomy of an arrow. The not pointy bit. And so you all decide to roll into, was it Vorburg, to, take shelter, see what's going on. In Vorburg, you heard the story of, there's this orc raid all these years ago, and sadly in that raid, completely accidentally and at no fault of anyone, all the women and children were violently killed. And so it was orcs that did it, so you've been then sent out to go scout the orcs out and see what the fuck's going on. Well, while you were scouting the orcs out, you figured out some information, and that's where I'm going to turn over to let you guys tell me about what happened once you, went and scouted the orcs. Do I have any takers?
One dude got shot in the head. The guy who was going with us. I remember that.
Yep, that was Waldman.
Yeah.
As it happens, the son of Maximilian. They found him.
It was by what we learned was like the son of Maximilian's first wife.
Yeah,
is that right?
That's right.
Who apparently has aligned herself with these orcs, and has, because she's got some sort of magical repertoire, is now kind of using them to enact revenge on Maximilian in the town. I think is the general gist. Is that right?
Yep. That's So yeah, she's got this magical brew she calls like Mother's Brew that she used to put the orcs all under her sway. And she's planning on using it to extract revenge on Maximilian and the others in that town that caused all that trouble. You're all actually on the kind of the wrap up thing, but you see, Maximilian, Horst, and then the other man who was killed. What was his name?
What was his name?
His name was, he's not on that one.
Wait, who are we talking about now?
The guy who was strung up outside of the town.
Yeah, what was
right,
his name?
right. It was him and his son.
Heinrich and Dieter Truman.
Right.
Yeah.
So she directly implicated Heinrich, Horst, and Maximilian as the ones who, set up this deal. It was a bargain. Leave the rest of the town alone. You can go to this cave and take all the women and children.
Yeah, so essentially when we got there, didn't we kind of try to de-escalate things by approaching her and bargaining to get those bad dudes out of town that did this?
Right.
Yeah, that was, where you went up, you actually talked to her. And so if I remember correctly, your deal right now, you have to go into the town, you have to get Maximilian, you have to get Horst, and you have to lure them out somehow so that she can kill those two, extract her revenge, and then the orcs will leave the rest of the town alone. Adam! I'm not typing it in right now because my hands are full, but I'll definitely yell.
Up and at 'em.
Up and at 'em.
We yell to everyone in the party at the crack of dawn. There, we made it narrative. So
that's the real story so far. So I want to get some opinions so we can get a refresher on, how you all are translating the story so far. So how would you all like to see this play out? I think your dirty trick for getting Maximilian and Horst is you have the daughter. She's on the screen you're on right now.
Katharina.
Yeah, Katharina,
Two from the mother as well.
Yep, you got some of the Mother's Brew, and Katharina, she knows the words to activate it. You guys are going to try and feed Maximilian and Horst this stuff and mind control them and force them to walk out on their own volition.
Right. Before things get underway, I want to say something to you, Cowboy. Whatever transpires tonight, wherever fate intervenes, heed me now. If we're separated, no lengths of time or miles of road are long enough to keep us apart. Should I fall, I want you to know these, the truest words I have ever spoken. You had me the first time we talked. I knew there was a special spark. We laughed at the same things. We killed the same way. We waxed poetic on the joys of rearing potatoes, even in an arid climate. These last few months have been the best of my life. I wouldn't trade them for all the safety or guarantees in the world. If I die, know that you made this life worth living, you, Calloway. Even in this small span of time, you, my little dwarf, my martial muse, have become the biggest part of my ogre-sized heart. Be careful, be safe, survive. For me?
Little tear will start to well up. And I'll just I'll walk over to you, because I'm imagining you probably crouch down a little bit.
Oh yeah,
I'm
in a bad way.
Significantly taller than me.
Yeah.
And I'll just put a hand on the shoulder, and I'll say, "Where you go, I go. Where I go, you go."
Well, I mean, most of the time, yeah.
I'm just gonna say,
shoulders.
we exit this life together. So now I'm gonna hop on top of the back of your shoulders, no, a little lower, and then I'm gonna give you a nice big hug on the back of your head.
It's all I've ever wanted.
That was beautiful. That was
so touching.
I'm so embarrassed right now.
You just make the words come easy, you know? I've never been one for big speeches, but I just look at you and the words just come out.
Yeah, I'm not one for talking, the flowery stuff, but
yeah.
I mean, it's just actions are more important than words. So,
all right. Well, you be safe tonight.
We're gonna be safe together. This is
all right.
what it's gonna be.
Okay.
That's
a good plan.
Such a touching moment. I love that.
Mm-hmm.
I was expecting. Yeah.
Lorenzo chokes back a tear, leans over to Lily and goes, if they tie the proverbial knot, I think they may let you be Flower Girl.
I will be Flower Girl, but I will throw hash browns at wedding. It's much better for the environment.
I would think it to be appropriate.
Yes.
Much potatoes.
That would make me so happy. I would be so proud.
I was really expecting.
In full.
Yeah, when Calloway put his hand on that shoulder, just thank you for being a friend.
I thought about doing that, but I felt like that would undercut it because about plutonic friendship stuff. Yeah,
like the easy letdown before battle. I realize this has been really important for you.
Thank you.
I didn't know you felt that way.
Right, I'm gonna ride on Lorenzo's shoulders for a little bit. If that's okay.
So yeah. Yeah, so you all are ready to set off with Katharina and head back to Vorburg. Essentially, you've got two choices here. You could sneak back the way that Waldman walked you through, or you could take the main road. Now, the main road from here down to Vorburg, it kind of hooks along the... we'll call it the eastern side. I'm going to switch what map you're on real quick. So yeah, you can see the yellow path that was drawn on there the other night. That's the secret path that kind of stalks around the side that Waldman escorted you through. The more direct path, actually it's a road that just cuts down. I'll paint it right there. Right through there. So it's real direct. Everyone from Vorburg will see you approaching that direction. And also the Orcs army, that's the path they took. As you know, right before you all showed up, they all set out to march. Naturally, on foot, you all would be quicker than such a large group of, armed soldiers marching along. But if you're hoping to get to Vorburg before they do, you're going to have to try and sneak around them on the main road or take that initial path that you took. If I'm making sense there. So what's your guys' how do you want to handle this? What do you want to do?
How is time more important than risk with the current situation, would you say?
I think time.
Yeah.
Because we need to get there, get them out, get them murdered.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All before this shit hits the fan.
Yeah.
So, and you would also know that Vorburg's fairly well defended. When the orcs attack, it's just not going to be like a straight up murder. You know, they walk up and just kill everyone. It's going to be a siege. So it's
but
not.
Once it's under siege, getting people out might be hard.
Yeah, it could be. And then also, once the orcs show up, Vorburg's probably going to completely lock down too, making it hard to get people in and out.
I feel like whichever is fastest.
Say that again. Which one's fastest?
Would it be doubling back since we know that route, or?
The road would be faster. The problem is there's a small army of orcs walking down it right now that you would have to go past.
Yeah.
And even though like we have an agreement and she's like willing to give us some time, like doesn't necessarily mean that everyone in the army is going to be cool with that.
Yeah, you could certainly try and, get it through. But even Katharina would be like, it's a risk. It's a real risk.
It feels like we should just go the other way then.
Okay.
Yeah.
I agree.
Take the path that we know.
Yeah. So you all are familiar with this. You all are familiar with this, so I'm not going to make you roll the navigation and stuff to make it back through. You make your way down the path. You climb down that wall. Klaus is still tagging along with you. He did not hear, or did he hear the conversations you have with Mother? Does he know your plan?
I don't think so. I don't think we would have let him hear that.
I think you all, if I remember correctly, didn't you all have him hang back?
Yeah, I don't think he came with us to meet her.
Because
he was too much of a pain in the butt before that.
Yeah, didn't I take his sword or something?
Yeah.
We tried to take his sword like
very,
a
very
billion times.
difficult to take.
I was about to say it took us an hour and a half to take.
Yeah.
I was gonna just give him an extra sword pretty soon.
Here, hold this one.
You like swords so much.
Okay,
here's
your
go,
spear.
buddy.
Keep trading items until he's holding onto a pan.
I don't know if I trust him with
Duck
that
season,
pan either.
rabbit season, duck season.
That's it.
Sword.
Sword season. So yeah. So you all head down. The path is fine. Yeah, Klaus, he didn't know what was going on. But he had some really hard questions. He's just like, why are you bringing this strange, orc witch with us? Like, what's going on? What's the plan?
Don't examine things too closely, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Perhaps we need to stop and have a quick snack on our way back to restore our strength. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge, feed Klaus.
Oh, you're saying we're going to eat Klaus?
No. Feed him some stew.
Sorry.
You gotta be more clear for the two of us.
Eat him.
Yeah, I was gonna eat him too, Callaway.
Yeah, that was.
I mean, he looks tasty.
Different things, but I don't know.
That was gonna go sideways real fast.
So, like she's still human though, right? Like I know.
Yeah.
We rescued her, right, Callaway?
Exactly. There you go. Yeah,
she was with the
right
orcs.
there together.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's that mind meld we got, Probably because you're so close to my head all the time up there, just the thoughts kind of coagulate together and cross-ambulate things.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's probably why you. Never mind. I'm not gonna make that joke.
Thought-mosis.
Never mind.
Okay.
Just gonna.
I just like.
I feel like you might know what it might be.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. Oh yeah.
No,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna make
Yeah.
that joke.
Yeah.
This isn't goblins. Nope.
Yeah. So, are you gonna feed Klaus some of the?
Mother's milk. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it might be a
That
real
seems-
easy way to have him be a compliant third party.
So yeah, you have him take a little swig. Like you've got a fairly decent sized jug of it. And Katharina, she does the little incantation, and like Klaus, like you can just see a fog set over his head, and she's just like, he's now subservient to me.
All right, he needs
Tell
to
him.
act and look normal.
Yeah.
Just be less a pain in the ass.
Tell him to give you his sword, because it just took us like 3 hours to do that.
She's just like, "You boy, give me your sword," and he hands it over with no problem.
Says, and it just falls and like.
Yeah.
If only that was like 4 hours of my life I'll never get back.
He probably needs to bring that back with him though, in his possession.
No, he sucks. Screw him. She can carry it.
It's for appearances.
He got it at like Walmart or something, so it's not.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah.
He hurt himself and we took it. He sucks. That's what we tell people. That kid sucks.
It's all for appearances.
Yeah. Okay.
We'll have him pick it back up. At least that's what I'm gonna do.
Well, she's got the sword.
Yeah.
And you all set back out. It's as you get like 3/4 of the way down, you can actually see some smoke and light kind of off in the distance along the trail. You can see flickering light through the trees. You can get a heavy scent of burning wood. And, sun setting, so you can see this plume of smoke, a heavy plume. And it's actually not too far from where you're at now.
Is it like size of like a building burning, or is it size of like campfire?
Like a building burning. It's pretty large.
Damn it.
We did wander past a cabin on our way here.
If you would proceed along this path, you would find that, in fact, the cabin has been lit on fire.
Stupid gender reveal parties.
Too real.
They did it again.
Yeah, as you all approach the cabin, you can see there's 6 orcs milling around it, watching as this cabin burns. It looks like this was like a kind of an advanced raiding party that was sent out to, flank the area, check out any additional threats, and they just opted to just torch this cabin. They're all enthralled with this burning building, except for who you can clearly tell is the boss here. Let's go.
Maybe we can just scoot on by him.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. Unless there's like obvious signs of somebody in danger, like someone's inside and screaming for help.
No, the cabin was empty before.
It's done.
Yeah.
Let's do that. So yeah, their leader, the largest and most capable looking orc, is kind of it's got his eyes out. He's not as entranced by the fire as his underlings. What we're gonna do here is you're gonna pick someone on your crew to sneak you all past this orc raiding party. And the orc boss is going to roll opposed to what you have. So this is going to be 2 opposed rolls. So one of you is going to roll.
51 for stealth for me.
And then this...
I think I'm a 52 for stealth.
We're just going to call it... I'm going to give... The orc is going to roll at a challenging, and whoever rolls on your team is going to get to do it at a routine.
So really, whoever we think is going to roll the best.
Yeah.
So one thing
Not
that
This is not me.
Look at that awareness.
Shit.
We're not beating that.
The orc rolled a 6.
Critical success is a critical success.
It is.
That's true.
So you
You're
guys...
62 with routine, I think. So I think you're a hair better than Callaway, so you should probably do it.
Yeah.
Okay. Roll it out.
I like how the giant ogre is the best.
Yeah,
Stealth.
I'll give it a shot. Okay. All right.
So
stealth.
their awareness versus your stealth. Do you want to fortune point that?
I guess I probably should, huh? If it
Okay.
has a chance to, yeah. All right, so I'll just re-roll that.
It's a pretty low chance, though.
I know, but
You could
Again,
critically
it's-
succeed.
Adam
Yeah.
gave us 100 bits earlier.
You got a
my
2.
God.
Mentioned it.
You did it.
Oh, did
it is a pretty low chance, isn't it, Dan? And you know what else is low? That roll.
God!
That
It
roll.
says Dan dies at the end. Huh?
That was the power of
Not
love
blackjack.
right there.
that was it.
Callaway, I looked at Callaway and I just saw the support in your eyes after I stepped on that twig and made that noise. And
That
I
was
just
a-
knew.
That was a
Be a shadow.
10% chance. That was a 10% chance that you got that.
That's
love
beautiful.
is an even lower percent chance of occurring in a life.
Yeah, I
Is it
missed
any
that.
critical success and any number under 6?
Yeah, that's great. So
Wild.
Adam, I missed that you gave them bits. Thanks. I've got that flag down as a fortune point for the crew now.
Conveniently.
So yeah, you all managed to sneak past this group of orcs. No trouble. And then you make your way through the hemp fields, and you're approaching the gate. The town has seen this shack burning, this cabin burning. So the gates are closed, and there's guards standing around all the gates. There's gates to the town on the western side and the eastern side. And as you approach, you can see a couple of guards standing on the western gate. And they call down to you, and they're like, "Halt, travelers! The village is locked down. We're under threat of attack."
Yeah, we kind of have some news about that we need to tell people, right, everybody?
Yep.
Yes.
And this is a guard that you
Yes.
all don't recognize. He probably just doesn't know that you all were actually hired by Maximilian and Andre to do this task. And without Waldman there,
We'll drop Maximilian's names. Like, open the gates. We have business with Maximilian. You're on urgent business.
hold there. May I ask your name?
I am Calloway, and then I'll whatever.
Yeah.
Everybody else is.
So he
And
runs.
us.
Yeah.
Blackjack, because I carry a blackjack. I'm a simple ogre.
There you go. He runs off, and maybe like 10 minutes later, he comes back. He's like, "Okay, yeah, Maximilian insulted me a few times for not letting you through right away, so I'm sorry." And he pushes the gate open, and you're all inside.
And as we're going in, I'm gonna try to make the guard feel better about it. It's all right, man. You're just doing your job. Just you know, sometimes leadership just doesn't understand what it's like when you're on the front lines like this. You just keep doing what you're doing, man. You know, he's not gonna be in charge all the time. You know, it'll be all right. Just in case we need him later.
I
There you go.
say to the guard, "It was small potato," and then I hand him a tater tot and say, "This is also small potato," and then I walk away.
And I'll give him a gold. I'm like, "Son, you probably saved our lives opening that gate for us." And I'll go ahead and give him a gold. I'm just doing whatever I can to get a friend in the guards in case we need some.
Okay. I'll remember that if you head back through this western gate.
Okay.
The guard is confused about the potato, but thrilled about the gold, and also pretty pleased about the kind words that you gave him, in that situation.
I imagine Jin put it in his hand and closed it too.
It's smushed.
I would never smush it. I would make sure I'm like small potato. Pat his hand and shake it a little bit.
That's great.
Where she comes from, that's a great honor.
Okay.
I was just about to start a joke with where she comes from. I didn't know where it was going to go, but you started the phrase the moment before I did.
That's the Purple Heart of her town.
Exactly.
It's the golden tuber is what they call it. It's the golden
We give
tuber.
them give them out to everybody because we eat them pretty soon after you get
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
There's
tuber
no
of
honor
honor.
in starvation.
Yes.
You eat the golden tuber eventually.
That's it.
Absolutely.
Tuber of honor.
Yeah, so as you're making your way through town, where are you going?
Probably to see Maximilian because he knows we're here now.
Okay.
Yeah, I think we're probably trying to go straight away.
Yeah. One thing I would say is I would worry that this is one of those save points where
You never go
point
back.
of no return. So if there's any other business that we have to attend to, I would say we probably should do it now.
I don't think
That's a fair
Just in
point.
case.
Do we have anything else? I know there was some people who had suspicions about Waldman, his sister.
So
She's right there, though.
the two big people, I would say from my standpoint, the things in your to-do list is you have to get Horst, you have to get Maximilian,
right.
and then you also were sort of hired to rescue Maximilian's bride.
That's right. That's the thing
Helena.
I was forgetting.
By Helena's best friend BB.
If
Well,
we
if we
save
take
the
Maxim-
town, we saved them.
Same path.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If we get Maximilian out of the picture, we also save the bride lightly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Perhaps we get Horst first, since we already have his son brainwashed, and then we could have 2 brainwashed people
Okay.
We turn the tide.
when we go to
Save the
Maximilian.
bride.
Hey, Lim Dave, thanks for those bits. That gets the
Mhm.
party another fortune point. So
Woo.
right now we're setting at
Thank
8
you.
fortune and 1 misfortune.
Gosh.
Yeah. All right. So you want to head to Horst? You head over to the Cowardly Orcs. You
One of us should have the mother's milk before we go in there.
well, and then
someone-
also Katharina is the only one who knows the words to activate it because none of you
I
are
know.
casters, correct?
Yeah, I mean, one of us can get him to drink it, though, I think.
Yeah.
Should we? How does she feel? How do you feel about us acting as though we rescued you? Are you okay pretending like you're happy to be here?
She's like, I don't have much taste for subterfuge, but I understand this task requires all of us to do whatever it takes.
Yeah. Okay. Well, as long as you're on board, just do your best. You know.
Okay. She's
Give her
very
a
much
little-
she'll play along.
I like the idea that when I tell her the onboard thing, she like steps up onto a wooden plank, like she doesn't get idioms or colloquialisms. Like
They
We'll
don't.
put
Oh,
some
you
water
sweet
drops
summer
on her,
child.
face so it looks like she's been crying or something. There we go.
Well, you gotta also keep in mind that she is, dressed as an orcs warrior too. So like she's got, war paint on. She's got, crude armor. She's probably got like a rusty hatchet or something like attached to her hip.
that's what I'm thinking. She's gonna stand out, right? Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
We need to get the sword back to what's his face.
Okay. So yeah, you all head over to the Cowardly Goblin or
Yep.
Cowardly Orcs. My bad.
Yep.
And as you approach, there's a sign hanging on the door that says "Closed, defending the wall."
Let's pound on that door, anyways, in case he's not actually.
You bang on the door, and in a few moments, his wife, what's her name? Not Enid. Lizelette. She answers the door. She's like, "Oh my gosh, Klaus, I'm so happy." And she runs out and she embraces Klaus, and he gives her a real half-assed hug back.
Mm-hmm.
Hug your mother.
And with that, he gives her a little squeeze back. She's just like, "Oh my gosh, your father will be so happy that you're okay. He was so worried when we couldn't find you. Let's go inside and we'll get you ready so you can go and guard the wall with your father."
Actually, can we get Horst here? We need to take him to Maximilian. We've got some important matters to discuss.
She looks about nervously. He's guarding the wall. He's up on the wall for guard duty.
Is there any way we can get him out of that? This is
Probably
utmost
by-
importance.
You'd have to
Probably
go. You have to go look the wall.
Know
And see.
specifically where he's stationed.
He's
along
just
the
he's
wall.
just guarding the wall. He's patrolling all of it.
That's okay. I mean, that's
Very
helpful. Yeah.
Ugh.
Who
among you has the highest perception?
It might be me.
What's your
I have
perception score?
48.
38.
Anyone got a 48 beat?
It's pretty good.
Dan, if you were ever to make a standard scrutinized test, now would be it.
Okay.
He's not really patrolling the wall, is he? He's hiding. Son of a.
Oh my.
Oh
goodness.
no, we're never gonna know that.
Oh God, Dan.
I
And
don't
literally
believe-
spent the whole time staring at the ground.
The
I don't
ensign
believe-
falls down and kills Dan right now.
Yeah, like I don't believe he's at the wall even without all this other stuff. So,
Dan just saying, like, okay, what is this wall you keep bringing up? Is it?
you
Describe-
cannot use fortune on a critical failure, unfortunately.
Can someone
I mean,
else?
For what it's worth,
Nice.
I already don't believe him to be at the wall.
So this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna do a little bit of. So Katharina, she'll kind of move up behind one of you. We're gonna say she moves behind Blackjack, and she whispers like, "I do not believe this woman. She is being deceitful about something, but give me some place where I can do some spellcraft without eyes upon me."
Yeah. I don't know if you noticed, but I'm like the sneakiest ogre that ever lived. I'm gonna look.
How about we get Klaus set down and cleaned up real quick? He saw some things, and then we'll go see about finding horse. Maybe we can get a little refreshment real quick. Would you be able to help us out with that?
She looks really nervous. She's like, "Yes, but you'll need to stay in the main room, in the dining area, in the bar."
Okay. I'm afraid Klaus is a little disconnected at the moment because he saw some people die.
She's just like, "Okay, just come inside. Don't wander, though. We've got it all secured, and it's not safe for you to be wandering around the inn at this point."
Do I feel like there's a spot where like I can like go sit down to draw her attention? Because I'd like to do something really
and that's
stupid.
Why I'm hoping maybe this will cause her.
Yeah.
To leave and
Yeah.
gets us out.
I'm about to make an even bigger scene though. Like at least I'm going to attempt to.
And then I can secret away the.
Why don't you give me a guile test, Jen, and explain to me what you're doing?
Well, so really, I don't know if it's guile so much as it's just me being me. I want to go and sit down in a chair, but I want to sit down with such force that I like break the chair.
Oh God!
And like then I want to keep doing it to every chair and like have her essentially like be like, "Oh, something is wrong with your chair. It cannot hold me. I am only 8'7" tall and 500 or so pounds, so I don't understand why you can't find chair that fits me."
I'll tell you what. I won't make you roll for that. I'll just say you move up to the first chair and you just like power thrust down onto it.
Yes.
And the chair just breaks apart.
I'm getting a leg up on the competition, Ray, if that's what you're about to say.
Yeah.
And then I say, "Oh no, what's happened to your chair? It's such a weak baby chair. I feel like I need to stand up and try another chair." And then I try another chair, and I sort of like give Katharina like the look, like I give her like a look, like go find a spot while I make a distraction.
Yeah.
So
and
I'm
going to try to stand in front of Katrina with my big ogre body as much as possible while she walks around and does whatever she needs to do.
She sneaks back into the kitchen. I'm going to do a quick stealth roll. I'm going to close this.
Did
I'd
you
like
say
to coordinate. Go ahead.
Did you say you're 507 pounds?
I'm 533 pounds.
Okay.
And I'm 8'7" tall.
So you're about 1,066 potato, which is actually what your people weigh their things by. Yeah.
Look at you, man.
Yes.
1,066.
With her skills, I'm going to call that a 54. And then Lizelette, who's going to do an awareness. And I'm just going to give her a flat 59 on that. So Katharina passes by 5. She sneaks back into the kitchen. And she does her spell casting. You're not exactly sure what she's doing back there. But as you're smashing chairs,
detect little baby man magic.
Everyone else who's in there watching, I'm gonna fuck your name up if I try to pronounce it, Jen. Leah.
Would you like to try saying Big Pharma? It helps.
Big Pharma.
Now try.
Lilia.
Lilia.
One of these days.
Lilia. This is the last day. Get it right. Lilia.
Lilia. My bad. While everyone else is watching Lilia smash chairs with her ass, would the rest of you go ahead and give me an awareness test?
I don't know. I'm just kind of watching the chair melee, but okay, I'll try. I'll try to be aware of other things.
Oh God, did someone critically fail? We got a fail, a critical fail, a pass, and a fail. So those of you who pass, you hear like shifting, like a weight shifting a footstep from upstairs.
Just the breaking of the chairs is probably upsetting him.
Not necessarily upsetting him. Probably he doesn't know what this loud crashing is, so he's probably shitting himself thinking that orcs have broke through it or in his bar.
I do want to try and get a couple beers poured and go ahead and put some mother's milk in one of them.
Sure. I'll let you do that. Everyone's distracted. I won't make you roll. Tombstone says people goodbye. So goodbye, Tombstone. And it's also as you're starting to pour these beers, Sugar Danny, that Katharina bursts out of the kitchen. No attempt at being stealthy. The coward's in the building. And she leaps over the counter, over the bar, and starts running up the stairs. And you can see she's got hatchet in hand.
Whoa.
Chase after her, yeah.
Slow down there.
I hear steps above. I think we need to stop the axe. Just run and...
Liza lets... Go ahead, Frendon.
Klaus, grab your mom and hold her.
Klaus does so. He
nice.
grabs her.
We don't have to worry about her while we chase.
Cover her mouth too while you're at it, just in case.
Oh God.
Are we getting out the tiny pillow? Are we getting out the tiny pillows for smothering purposes?
So you all chase Katharina upstairs, and she's kicked in a door, and you're all right behind her, and she immediately puts she's got this hatchet up to Horst's neck, and she's screaming at him like, "Are you the one called Horst?" And he's just bumbling and he's crying. He's just terrified.
Oh, hang on. Let's calm down. Ease down that little hatchet here.
We need him alive.
We've got a plan. Let's stick to the plan.
First thing is Horst, okay? We need him alive.
She's like, I'm not killing him. I'm scaring him shitless so he won't resist taking a drink of this. And she,
well then, yeah, great.
Okay,
great
that's actually a really good idea. Yeah. Okay.
I must admit I misread, but that was
yes, I too thought you were about to kill him.
So she's just like, give me the jug.
I was just gonna give him this beer to help him calm down first.
Why are we fucking around with this? Just give me the jug.
I'm gonna offer him the beer anyways.
He's giving him a beer.
He takes the beer and he takes a sip and he's like, oh, this isn't mine.
Are you sure about that? Do you have anything to say about that, Katrina?
And she takes the beer and she's just like, he needs to drink more. And she tilts the beer up in his hand, like to his mouth, with this like hatchet like pressed to his face as he starts drinking it. And once she thinks that he's gotten enough, she does the little enchantment. Yeah. She does the little enchantment and he falls under the spell. And you can see that kind of cloud set over him.
Subtlety. Come on, subtlety.
She's just like, the job was done. There was no need to hide here. There were no witnesses other than the wife, and we can just knock her out or kill her, or I don't care.
But communication, if we see you with hatchets charging, certain ideas begin to form. Do you not?
Cool with it.
Can we also, Katharina, can we convince the mother to also stay here and act normal with son?
Yeah.
Perhaps she needs a drink as well.
Yes.
She sees that you've got 2 mugs of beer. She's like, is there mother's brew in that one as well?
Yes.
She takes it. She hands it to Horst.
There could be.
And she's just like, have your wife drink this. And
tell her everything's all right and to calm him down, right? Like that. You calm down, honey. Drink this. Everything's okay.
Look at the flowers where you drink this beer.
Oh no! Oh, there's not a murder pillow small enough.
Oh my god.
So yeah, he goes downstairs
Real
and
good idea, George.
very unconvincingly tells her to drink, but he's just so damn persistent that eventually she gives in, and Katharina does the incantation there as well. And now they're both, all three of these family members are under the effect of the mother's brew.
Got like a cellar or something? Maybe we just have them go hide in the cellar for a bit for safety, you know?
Horse was like, there's the cellar.
Why don't the two of you just head down there just for safety during the siege, you know? Just, you know, it's fine.
So yeah, they agree, and Horse just stands there. His fear is gone. And yeah, so you've successfully acquired a horse.
We'll need Horst to tell us what Maximilian drinks, so we can prepare some drinks for him as well.
What was that his sister was shoving down your throat? Was it a whiskey?
It was. I think it was a hard liquor of some sort.
Yeah, like
we definitely have things he likes.
Yeah. So yeah.
Oh, it was. Wasn't it vodka? Yeah, it was vodka.
It was
'cause
vodka.
There was like a joke on Russian stuff. Yeah.
Oh
Yeah,
potato.
okay.
Yeah.
I seem to recall that she gave us some of the good
serious.
stuff, right?
Do love her.
Always so serious.
Sweet, sweet juice of potato.
There it
They
is.
call vodka nectar of potato where we from.
Ooh,
So, well,
what
maybe-
are we gonna tell old Maximilian about his son? By the way, we haven't really talked about that.
Well, I think that's how we're going to get him to drink. First, we're going to give him the bottle, and then we're going to say, we've got some bad news for you. You might need this.
I mean, that works. And then worst case, I just hold him down and you just put it in his mouth.
Subtlety.
That's what I've been waiting on, honestly.
Phrase him,
Or not.
Blackjack. Phrase
Is
him.
that how it usually works?
No, not, well, I mean,
Oh God.
not usually.
Okay.
I'm in loving support of your relationship, but I must admit, you and here there is dynamic questions.
I mean, if you want to be sizist, you can, but we our love knows no bounds and no shape.
If I can, I think I can answer for Calloway here, and it would be only my legs are short.
Oh, shit.
It's true. That's true.
I call him my big little man.
In some counties, I'm known as the tripod. Okay, let's get off of this. God, where did we devolve to?
Normal places for us.
Yeah, you're right.
Listen, I'm on his shoulders the whole time. It's because it's freaking tiring carrying this thing around. All right, I'm sorry.
While they
I
are
don't feel
discussing
good.
what they're going to shove into people's mouths, I clean up the kitchen. I hide all the chairs that I broke with my ass.
What, you hide the chairs that you broke with your ass, or you hide the chairs that you broke with your ass?
Both of them.
That's amazing.
Both of them.
Yeah.
Both.
Well, I have my plan at least, and everybody can ruin it if they want to.
No, I think that sounds.
I think it makes sense.
Smart. Yeah.
I mean, it's worth a try. It seems sensible. I mean, he still might flip out or do some bullshit. We know he drinks, so because of the sister, so.
Wow.
Bert
Suggests we
says
lost
we
sound.
lost sound. Yeah. I
Can
don't
anybody
hear it.
else hear us? Sound's gone.
Oh,
Yeah, I can't hear
I
either.
hear it. I
Oh,
turned it
no.
on. I can hear it.
you can hear you guys. They couldn't hear me. I must have bumped the tilde key. It should be back now.
It might have just been. Yeah, it might have just been.
Seems to be back.
Yeah.
Okay, we're good.
That was my bad.
Chuck's audio provided by XXHub.com. Place for all of your gross audio needs.
It's unreliable, but the gain's turned up high and it comes in real hot.
Yeah. No, I got my tilde hotkeyed so I can mute the Zoom channel.
That was really good.
For when, I sneeze, because I yell sneeze. And I don't want to mute all of our viewers. So that's all it was. So yeah, you all head across town. You've got Katharina, you've got Horst. Katharina's drawing a few eyes here and there, but not enough, for anyone to do anything about it. As you approach Maximilian's mansion, you can see there's guards standing outside of the gate. But as you all approach, they recognize you from, your dealings with Maximilian. They recognize Horst. And so they just let you move on past. And why don't you all tell me what your intentions are now that you're inside? Play out the scene. As you move inside, you see Maximilian, Andre, and a few other guards standing at the table in the sitting room right off the main thing.
The sitting room, you say?
Yeah.
I have a plan for just this situation.
Yeah.
I promise I won't. I'm just like, my immediate reaction being, could you point me to your most expensive chairs?
Do you have any ottomans which are very antique?
Mm-hmm. So, yeah.
They call it a futon because you put your foot on it and you break it. You smash it with your foot.
Learned something. So yeah, but they're deeply engrossed. They're looking over like defense plans for the village.
Since there's a few of them, I think I'll see if I can find some glasses and pour drinks for them instead.
Okay. So you move over, you start pouring glasses. And the sound of you clinking around draws Andre's attention. Andre's like, "Oh, you're all back."
Yeah, I'm afraid we come with some grave news, and I'll hand them their drinks.
Are you...
It's already mixed in.
Okay. So here's what I'm getting at. You put a milky substance into a glass with vodka in it.
I've done that before.
Right. If these people were used to White Russians, all would be good. I'm just curious how you're passing this off if you're trying to pass this off as vodka.
Specialty drink from, where I come from.
And they all take it and they're like, okay. And they give a sniff and they're like, oh, it kind of smells weird.
Extra pep in it.
So Maximilian's looking around. He's like, where's Waldman?
Well, that's the bad news I have for you. I'm afraid on our way there, he fell.
He fell?
Dead.
It's like,
He fell down dead.
You get 2 reactions or 3 reactions out of the room. Maximilian is just shocked, just complete, like, his face goes pale, his jaw drops. You can see that he's just lost.
I'll pretend drink one.
The other guards, they're just like, they hang their heads. They do this to like, oh my God, I can't believe it. That's terrible.
I'll offer a toast for him.
Andre falls into his chair and starts openly weeping. Utterly just devastated by the news. Where is Katharina at in this?
Hopefully not being noticed just yet.
Okay, so you're
ropes.
No, in the top ropes. Yeah,
hiding behind blackjack.
Yeah,
I'm ready to sit down into a chair really hard if she is seen. Okay.
Okay.
So I think Lilia and I probably are standing in front of her. We're the two big kind of.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's obscuring it a little bit.
Yeah.
Obviously.
So the guards, you see the guards, they all take their sips and like, oh God, this is terrible.
Sorry, it's like
Max
I said, specialty.
It's better on the 5th sip.
Maximilian.
Drink more is for remembrance of fallen comrades.
Yep.
Maximilian's still just lost. Like he's not. Like he's just mentally gone. Like he's got the glass in his hand. He's just out of it. Just completely shocked. Just in shell shock.
Well,
It is that good. It is that good, isn't it, everybody?
Well, he hasn't taken a drink yet. He locked up at the news.
Gotcha.
I might walk over to him. I was like, "We'll have to have you get it together here because we have some important items to discuss. This town is in danger."
You've got other children on the way. You need to think about it this time.
He that kind of brings him to. He's like, "You're right," and he takes his drink and he just shoots it.
Yeah,
and he's like, "God, that's terrible."
Yep.
Exactly.
And
a bad drink for bad news.
He walks over to his dry bar in the room and he grabs just a bottle, like a decanter of some just vodka, and he pours it for himself and he starts just hammering it down.
Okay. We'll see. I might walk around real quick and just kind of whisper, "Is that enough?" She steps out and she says the words. And you can see the fog set over the guards and Maximilian is the strange sounds draw Andre's attention, who hadn't touched his drink. And he looks up, he's like, "Who the hell is that? What the hell is going on?" As he stands up, almost aggressively, defensively, hand on the sword, the hilt of his sword. You may not recognize her because it's been a very long time since you've seen Maximilian's daughter. Well, to clarify, Andre never saw Maximilian's daughter. He was hired on after. Okay.
That's his daughter. We rescued her.
What were his daughter's alive?
I mean, that's her, so yes.
You rescued her from the orcs? She was alive this entire time?
Not only is his daughter alive, so is his wife.
Dear Lord. Maximilian, we have to go try and save them.
We're gonna...
Right. Yeah, that's the plan.
Maximilian just doesn't respond to him. He's just standing there in a fog.
Maximilian has something else he needs to do. We'll take care of the saving. Why don't you just and I'll just like try it. I know it's not going to work anymore. I'm just going to slide the drink over to him. Like, just go ahead and take it.
How much do we trust Andre? Like,
he seems to have decent intentions, right? Like,
why don't we order Maximilian to tell him what he did?
That's a good idea.
Oh, that's I like that. Yeah. I like that.
Yeah.
That's good.
Because it's coming from Maximilian and we're not feeding him information. We're saying, tell him what you did and why your wife and your child have been gone from this town for so many years.
Why don't you go tell him what happened to all the women and children?
Yep.
Maximilian complies.
Nice. Yes. Good call.
That's some good thinking right there.
It is.
I used my brain.
My brain.
So Maximilian gives him the story. No emotion to it. No variance in his voice. Just monotone straight across. And you can see the disbelief building in Andre's face. My pipe's not wanting to light. So you can see the disbelief building in Andre's face. He's like, your entire village, your entire life is built on this lie. Like, how could you do this, Maximilian? Maximilian doesn't respond to him.
Maximilian, why don't you tell him why you did this? how you could do this? Answer the man's question.
I love this. You bitch.
We're all enjoying this for sure.
Yeah, so Maximilian was He just very bluntly, like, I did it to save my town, to save my fortune. I did it to save my son, and I did it because losing my wife wasn't the worst thing in the world at that point. Because I was at a point of my life where I could remarry into a family with more wealth.
And that, Andre, is why we have a plan. And then maybe that's when we
we transition.
Thoughts, Andre?
How is he
Thoughts?
taking? How is Andre taking?
Yeah.
So he's kind of lost in it. He's not sure. He believes you and he believes Maximilian. He doesn't understand the magic behind it that's compelling Maximilian. But you give him your plan. Like, the plan is to lure Horst and Maximilian out, give them to the orcs, saving the town. And
I want to tell Andre something real quick.
Yeah.
And that's if you at all sympathize with his logic about losing his wife to save a town not being the worst thing, then is losing these two men to save a town the worst thing.
He's just like, these two committed a terrible crime. They deserve to be punished. And I want to save the town, but if we turn them over to the orcs, if we pay a price in blood, and does that make us any better than Maximilian?
Yes.
It
does.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it does. I'm looking at the math here.
We're all looking around each other and we're like, yeah, actually, yeah.
It really does check out here.
Yeah.
If I may, where I come from, we have an old saying we rely on, and it goes like this: "Karma, bitch."
yeah, we got that where we're from too. Yeah.
And so that is the goal.
And it should possibly be known that this demand for justice is not from the orcs. This demand for justice is from his wife and daughter.
And Katharina would back that up. He's like, yeah. Like, I don't want us to be here. It's not the way of the orcs. It's not what our gods want us to do. But my mother is possessed with revenge. If we complete this, we can go on and we'll leave your town in peace.
It's really, if you think about it, it's just like extradition.
Yeah.
Okay? That's all this really is. They did a crime to this particular person, nation, what have you, and we're making sure that the punishment, the one who was aggrieved, is able to then apply the desired punishment for that grievance.
I'm going to lean into Calloway and go, I don't know what extradition is, but that sounded really good, honey.
I want someone to give me a bargain
when somebody
test.
brings you 2 plates of hash browns.
Bargain?
Oh, extradition.
Yeah. I want to call this a bargain test. Whoever's best at bargain.
I'm
I have
54,
a
Dan. What
55.
Okay. Yeah. Everyone beats me by 1.
You just rolled under 1 of every key.
How do you all have like 50 in these things? I'm
We're counting
like barely
skills.
out
skill
of
in it.
40.
They rolled better than you.
I do have
I had a
I
really
do
bad
have
roll.
a talent that is when attempting to bring compromise between 2 extreme positions, I gain a +10 base chance to test. So I'm not sure
I
if
think that would
applies
apply.
here.
Yeah, it would
Yeah, I
definitely
think you
apply.
should.
If that's the case, I'd be 64.
Yeah, that seems like...
Okay.
Plus,
Or
you're
I could
the one who
just
paid the
I
pick.
could just assist Dan.
Well,
Well,
why don't we do this? Jeff, you said the word, so you're going to roll it. Dan, you can give him an assist die.
Okay.
Yep.
Cool.
that's fair.
All right.
If it was Guile, I'd have something good for it. But
That's a pass on its
Go.
own.
Nice.
Give me that crit.
Nice.
Give me.
There's-
don't give me a crit. That'd
Yeah,
be
there's no
99.
way to
Never mind.
crit that. Yeah. Andre buys in. He's not happy about it. He doesn't necessarily know if it's the right thing. But he throws in his own kind of logic here. Because of Maximilian's deception, Waldman died. And when Waldman died, so did my world. So yeah.
All right, buddy.
I'm gonna
I
look
get
over
that.
at Blackjack. I can understand that.
Yeah.
I do wish that there was any way that it could have come out differently, but it
Mhm.
was instantaneous.
So they buy it. Yeah, you're on board. Andre's with you.
Okay.
He's like,
We
I'm
need
going with
someone
you.
in this town who
Sweet.
can do the right thing when we're gone.
We could potentially just tell them that we're going to treat and we're taking Horst and Maximilian. Parlay, I believe, is
maybe
the
Andre
terminology.
comes with us, and
Andre's the bodyguard for these two coming with us to go for treaties.
Okay.
Andre, I know it's a giant ask, but
Well, Andre is Maximilian's head of the guard, so it would make sense. Let's see. Lorenzo, Doomer, and Lilia. I would like you all to roll me awareness test.
All right. I can do that.
are we wearing a sister? Or
Jesus.
such?
You're rolling.
Oh!
You passed it by one. So, Alex,
by the skin of the teeth.
you gonna? What do you got? You got something to re-roll that?
Mm-hmm. Since I'm a gamekeeper.
Oh, critical
not a-
success.
Look at that.
As the plan finally comes to a solid agreement, you hear the three of you hear moving up behind. You hear footsteps, soft footsteps, and you turn around and you see Maximilian's sister, Beatty. I don't know how you pronounce that name. With a fucking blunderbuss.
Shit.
She's like, I hate that fat son of a bitch, but I'm not letting you sacrifice him.
What?
Ooh, that's unexpected.
It is.
I might
Sit on
like
her.
to attempt to. I'm gonna sit on her. I might like to attempt to intimidate her to drop the gun.
Okay.
So essentially, what I'm gonna say to her is like, that blunderbuss. Or wait, no, hold on. I don't know how to do this in a funny way, so I'm just gonna do it in the Lilia way. You may think that you can do much with one blunderbuss, but there are many of us, and only one blunderbuss. And I basically try to draw her attention to the fact that she could shoot one of us, or she could get on board and get out of the way because, like,
Through attrition, it's happening, right?
her brother devalues the life of women and children anyway. So I mean, give him a second. I would turn and be like, never mind, I'm not going to do that because there's a chance that he might actually answer and say like, I love her. So anyway, I yell at him, and I pass. So
Okay, that's good. I'm glad you did, because if not, she was about to shoot you in the face.
that's fine.
Thank God.
That plan would have been a blunder bust.
Oh, I was
Had to
just
try.
sitting on that, waiting to say it.
Oh God.
It's been in my
So-
head the whole scene. I'm sorry.
So yeah,
Sorry.
you give her that, and you
good.
can see she drops the gun ever so slightly, and you take that opportunity. You snatch it out of her hand, and she's
I'm
like,
a blunderbuss now.
"Sure, sure."
Jen is the
she's-
worst person to give a gun to. Everyone, just
Yeah.
run away. She's gonna
Now we know that's
Yeah.
not true.
It's
Dan
gonna
is the worst
happen.
person to give a gun to.
I don't know.
All
I don't
Jen,
think you saw what happened.
Jen
last night.
Jen has hit one person with a gun in our Thursday night game.
I hit the
and it was
entire
one of
party
us.
with a gun in one of my sessions
Yeah.
Sure.
Mistake. I didn't even want to shoot
and
that
killed
gun.
3 people.
No, you were peer pressured into it. You were
Everybody
peer
was
pressured
yelling
into-
at me, shoot the gun, and I was like, I don't want to shoot the gun, and then I shot long.
Uh-huh.
No, he
Ashley
actually shot
says
a
you were
little
bullied
short.
into it. Yeah.
Oh, I see.
Just check off.
Okay.
Had to go off.
So she's
Anyway, I take the gun from her.
yeah, she's pissed, but she doesn't stand in your way. She's like, fine, do what you have to do. And she goes to the bar and she pours herself a drink and she just downs it.
Do we have any more mother's milk? We're just drugging the shit out of everybody in this
Sure,
town.
I'll
We
say
probably
yeah.
can't come back here once this is all said and done.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
fine.
no.
We're just gonna-
Pretty
We're just
sure.
Okay. Never mind. We let her drink.
We should have her get that soon-to-be ex-fiance out of here too.
Ex-wife.
Ex-wife.
Oh yeah, they get married.
Or maybe she stays. Maybe she likes her. I don't know. You do what you do.
Okay. So what now?
I tell her this is the rise of the matriarchy, and I tell her she's the one responsible to run the town from here on out.
And you can
She-
trust Andre.
You hear that, Andre? You hear what we told her? She's the smartest one of any of y'all we met, and you're the most honorable, and the two of you are probably the best chance this town has after this.
Right.
He nods in agreement. He's done fighting against it. He's accepted what's going on. She just gives you all the dirty look. She's like, well, if you've got business to do, you should get to it.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I could do with a little less judgment from her after all the shit
Yeah.
she fucking.
Yeah, stupid.
I make eye contact with her. And I sit down in a chair and break it.
Oh, shit.
Get up and walk away.
I like how Andre stood aggressively and Jen sits aggressively.
Where I come from, that move we call being passive aggressive.
Oh, God.
Oh,
So-
that's wonderful.
You all set out from the house. You make your way. Are you guys heading? The most direct path would be through the eastern gate, but it is barricaded and on guard. But with Maximilian there, you could, have Maximilian order them to open the door, and they would let you out. Or if you want a little bit less of an obstacle, a little less to deal with, you could go through the western gate and walk around.
Or
The
I
town.
have a friend as well.
Yeah, I mean, we did bribe somebody already, which
Yeah.
may be to our advantage.
That would be on the western gate,
So
Okay.
go that way.
Yeah, you head through the western gate. Your friend, he doesn't ask questions. He's like, oh, heading back out. And then he sees Maximilian. He's like, sir. And he gives like his little salute and shit. But he opens the gate and he lets you all out through the western gate.
I lean to Lily and I'm like, you got to put another tater in his hand there. You got to sweeten the pot.
It's customary to give Tater as we leave to remind us all that the world is just 1 minute away from being a baked potato. And then I give him the potato and put his...
He, thank you. And he tucks the baked potato into his pocket.
Oh, careful, it doesn't travel well.
It's beautiful.
You might want to keep an eye on it, I say to him.
Oh God.
So are you bringing Andre with you or did you leave him behind?
I think he's coming with us, but he doesn't have to, I suppose.
It's up to you.
I like the idea of him coming with.
Yeah.
I think.
Okay.
The only
do we-
danger I have is that he's not under our control, which means he could have a change of heart and then completely cause crap to go sideways.
I agree. Go ahead, Jen.
We also
What-
might want
what
him
does
to
he
stay
wanna
there
do?
to control, we might want him to stay there and control the situation in the town while we're gone. But yeah, to Alex's point, what does he want to do?
Andre is... He would chew on it for a minute as he tries to figure out his stance. But then he would come to, he's like, I don't want to see what's about to happen out there.
All right.
I'll
Send us
stay...
on then.
Yeah, I'll stay in the town and I'll keep things under control here.
I'm gonna whisper to the party real quick. My only concern is if he has a change of heart, he could tell an entire town about it, and none of us are here to see it.
I mean, the damage is done. We've got them. By the time he does that, we're going to be well away.
Yeah, I
Plus,
don't. I
You're
really.
I don't
right.
think he will. And I'm
You're
looking-
probably right.
I don't plan on
overthinking
coming
it.
back.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't think we come back.
Yeah, I mean, whether or not he can, we can't come back here, man.
Yeah.
this place is toast for us.
You're always the voice of reason in my life, Callaway. You're right. I'm overthinking it like usual. You know me.
And honestly, do we really want to come back to this shithole? Let's be honest.
No,
No, this
not
town
even for
sucks.
the gold.
Yeah,
Not
this,
even for the gold.
Yeah.
this town turbo sucks.
No offense about that shithole comment, Andre. I'm sure it's a lovely place.
Yeah, Andre, great town. You should stay here.
I'd rather have the sack of potato.
So yeah, Andre stays behind. The 6 of you, plus Katharina, Horst, and Maximilian, head out.
If we never come back, we all died. There
There you go. You make your way around the walls of the town. You approach the giant orc horde. Katharina walks out ahead of you, kind of hands up, signaling who she is. As you all approach, the crowd of orcs kind of parts for you. leading you directly to the largest orc you've ever seen. This is Big Boss, the current, leader of the orcs. Their boss. Do I got him revealed? Oh, I'm sorry. His name is Gwar.
Gwar.
Yeah. The old orc leader was Big Boss. This is Gwar.
Saldus.
And you can see standing there next to Gwar is Mother. And she's watching with, watching intensely as you all walk up. How do you approach? She as you come across, she calls out like, I see you've honored our deal.
Yes. We hope you honor yours.
Now we call upon you to do the same.
Well, we want to show you that not everybody's like these idiots that we brought back. We did keep our word. Your daughter can tell you that.
And Katharina would be like, they have done exactly what they were asked to do. There's no deception here. And Katharina commands Horst and Maximilian to approach Mother. And Mother, she looks them over and she's like, my dear lost husband, it has been not long enough. And
Doomer pulls a plastic sheet over his body.
Doomer remembers the time he went to a Gallagher concert. Sorry, Jeff.
I was gonna say, it is Gwar. We're likely to get covered in blood if we're in the first 2 rows.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
And
true.
then
Something.
Lorenzo taps Lely on the shoulder and says, I think this is the part that you are going to be most happy about.
Do they have potatoes? Scalloped?
It's a
ton.
There will be scalloping, yes.
I think so.
It depends on what his
Mash.
last meal was. I mean, his stomach contents might have potatoes in them.
Something may also get mashed.
so she also sees Horst like, the coward. She looks back to Gwar and she's like, Gwar, take care of this one, as she pats Horst on the chest, and Gwar walks up. He's got this big gnarly chain, like it's this big rusty chain with a handle on one end. And Gwar just wraps the chain around Horst's neck. And he's got the chain like a hand on each end. And Gwar just looks at all of you and he just gives this wicked grin as he then just rips as hard as he can. And Horst's head just rips off of his body.
I'd say that's a horse case scenario.
I want all of you to go ahead and take 6 corruption for witnessing that.
I did cover my eyes for what it's worth.
That's you still take that 6.
I'll take it.
I know.
If you got something
Wait.
to negate that,
I have a question if this
Yeah.
negates it. I have indifference, which says, when viewing blood-soaked and visceral scenes of death, I always succeed at resolve tests to withstand potential psychological effects, such as and I don't suffer corruption due to such scenes.
so you're still going to take some corruption because it's
Okay.
not necessarily the gore, but it's the fact that you led a man to his
Let them
death.
to death.
Okay,
Oh, I
gotcha.
see.
Okay.
Yeah. So,
So how much should I take? 6?
I'm going to have you take. I'll have you take 4.
I'm okay with it. Okay.
Would I be okay with 4 then too? I also have
Okay.
indifference.
Yeah. That's 4.
Turns out I'm very moved by the scene. I take all of
It's
it.
all right.
She Mother pulls this wicked long dagger out from her belt. She says, but this one is mine. As she walks up to Maximilian and very carefully places the point of the dagger right above, pointing right into his heart, and just buries it in deep. And he twitches for a second and then drops to the ground. Go ahead and take another 6 and or 4 for the death of Maximilian.
1 chaos rank.
Yeah, that'll be a chaos rank for most of you. And
so I've never gotten enough corruption in a lot of the short adventures we've done. I'm at 20. What does that do for me? That's a chaos rank.
That's 2 chaos ranks.
That's 2. Okay.
You should not be at 20.
You should be at 20.
It resets at the end of every.
Then it didn't. I wasn't resetting it.
Okay.
So then I'm at 1. Okay.
So yeah, you would have started tonight with 0, and you would have just taken 12.
12, and that would have gotten me the 10 for 1, and then
so that would put you at 2.
2. Okay, cool.
So Mother is she's like, good, the deed is done. These two have paid for their crimes. And she turns to Guar and she says, now burn the rest of it.
God damn it.
Time out. Wait a minute.
Rest of their bodies, like, that's cool. You can do that. It's fine.
And Mother turns back to you. She's like, no, they all have to die for their crimes. Everyone in that town.
Katerina, can you talk to your mom?
Katharina steps up and Mother, we're done with your revenge. It is time for us to get back to doing what we're meant to do. And
what if they just started a sick dance routine?
That would be great.
Just Guardians of the Galaxy ending style. Just everyone dances off.
And Mother replies back. She screams. She's like, I will not be denied my revenge. All of you would see this subtle nod that Katharina, she gives this look to Guar and gives Guar this nod. And then Guar pulls his chain out and just bashes the shit out of Mother with it.
Oof.
Cool.
And Mother drops. She starts trying to cast a spell, and Guar just beats her to death in front of you.
Oof.
6 more corruption, please.
Politics is brutal.
We're going to call that 4 corruption for everyone who does not have indifference.
Okay.
Those of you without indifference, you don't need to worry about corruption on this one. Those of you with indifference, yeah.
Right.
As Guar kills Mother, Katharina, our work here is done. And the orcs turn and start marching back into the woods. Leaving you in the field with 3 bodies. Mother,
the meekest voices. Thanks, Katrina.
Yeah, with Mother, Horst, and Maximilian as the orcs take their leave.
I don't think we should be bringing the bodies back.
No.
So
at best, we bury them.
Pull out my shovel and I'll get the burying.
Okay.
I'm an undertaker.
Oh, there you go.
I like it. He's very handy,
obviously,
isn't he, everybody?
Obviously, I'll go through their pockets, look for loose change.
Oh, of course. Yeah, you find some good coin on Horst and Maximilian. On Mother, you find a small pouch, which is clearly spell components. And then Mother also had that dagger. So yeah, you spend some time burying the 3 bodies. Are you guys going back?
Yeah, out of the way where no one
Okay.
would randomly come across it.
Okay.
It would be off the beaten path.
Are you all going back to Vorburg?
I don't think we have a reason to. No one's going
I
to
don't
be
think
paying
so.
us, right?
No, we got the money, I think, out of the pockets.
Yeah.
We're not going back to get paid by them.
No, I think there's just trouble there for us.
Yep, agreed.
Okay. So the 6 of you set back off on the road, looking for your next payday, looking for your next adventure. This wraps the story of a bitter harvest.
Hell yeah.
I will say that there are going to be some negative outcomes for your characters.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
Not only did you all consort and bargain with orcs, which may have some, some more, I don't know what to call it, but some groups after you, like the Inquisition type groups.
Gotcha.
Vorburg, you might have picked up a reputation in Vorburg of either the group that saved Vorburg or the group that sacrificed the two, most prominent citizens of Vorburg to the orcs to get them to leave you alone. Some people would appreciate that. Some would, not consider it a worthwhile trade. You definitely left witnesses behind. Witnesses that kind of know what you did. They may not know the why of what you did, but they knew what you did. So yeah, that kind of wraps our story for tonight.
Yeah. Wasn't clean, but
I thought that was pretty dang clean, actually.
I think that was pretty clean.
That
It's
was
as clean
really
as could
clean.
be, I think.
Yeah.
What would the clean ending be?
What is the clean ending? A fairy
witnesses.
comes down and is like,
Yeah.
we've rewritten the past. No
Everyone
one
lives.
heard.
no one would.
There have been a way to not have Mother die at the end.
Maybe, I don't know.
Okay.
It's left
Curious.
Lots of different
to
endings.
She didn't seem stable. I think she had a go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, great.
Oh,
Encounter
no.
roleplay.
Hey.
Rating us with 18 right as we finish up.
No.
Good discussion of the
Classic.
campaign or the adventure going though. Like,
Yeah.
the thing is, I think she had to go because like they had said that she wasn't even following the orcish ways. Like her
Right.
daughter was
Yeah.
done with her.
Right.
You know?
I mean, look how quickly and easily Guar was willing to just do away with her. So.
Right.
Right.
So there's some background there. Yeah. Thanks for the raid there, Encounter roleplay. We're finishing up a Bitter Harvest, and we're just talking about the adventure and what we all thought of it. So yeah, appreciate the raid. Yeah,
Really
Bert and
different than
I.
the first time I played it too.
Yeah, Bert and I played it when Matt ran it for us, and it went way different. We were an extremely chaotic bunch, though. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, so there's no good way. Like it was definitely, like you mentioned, she was subverting what the orcs wanted to do, what the orcs saw their purpose as. And Katharina she'd really kind of bought into the orcish religion, the orcish way of things. She was just as magically capable of her mother. And she had actually kind of taken it upon herself to start kind of, communing with the orc spirits or what you would have.
She was the more middle ground.
So yeah, she was very much wanting the orcs to do what orcs are meant to do, and she was all about that. Friendon does have a bunch of Werther's originals. I have
This is a
wrappers. This is a
So
wrapper
good.
of one that he gave me yesterday.
So with the birthday coming up, I decided that my thing that I'm gonna do as I transition into going from old as shit to old as fuck is I'm gonna start carrying around Werther's originals in my jacket pocket during the winter.
Yeah.
And so far, it has ingratiated several people to my causes. it has gone really well. I understand now why elder folk.
Delicious.
Yeah, well, in addition to loving Werther's originals, like I get side benefits, right?
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Well, the other thing is, like, there are some elderly folks who carry different kinds of hard candy, like the ones that don't really have any kind of branding on it, and I don't
They're
know what
just
they
clear.
are.
Yeah.
I feel like it's possible this is like crystal meth. I don't really know what this is.
It's like, well, the thing is, you don't know what you're about to get.
I'd like
You don't
to
know
buy
if
this
you're going to
TV.
have.
How about 5 Werther's originals? And I'm like, yeah, okay, go ahead and take it.
Yeah.
You just don't know if you're going to get a cinnamon candy or if it's going to taste sweet, and
I
that's why
love
you never
cinnamon
take
candies.
one from the bottom. But you have to know what it is before
Yeah.
you eat it. You
Agreed.
can't be
Yeah.
surprised by it.
The
Well,
miscellaneous.
that's why I go for the Werther's original. It's the timeless classic.
Delicious.
Everyone knows what you're getting.
Yeah.
And frankly, if I offer you one and you're like, "Ew, I hate Werther's originals," I know what kind of person you are.
Oh, that's true.
Know
That
what
is
kind of
true.
person you
Yeah.
are.
Does
Not
a good
the
one.
character. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not a good.
Yeah. So yeah, there was probably a way for you to keep Mother alive, or I don't
Nice.
necessarily. It would have been entirely up to your, whatever you all would have come up with to see if there was a way to.
Yeah. Wouldn't really have been a priority, I think.
No,
She
honestly,
seemed a
the
little
whole
second.
family's out
Katharina
pretty
maybe,
much.
but not her. Not her.
Yeah.
And I mean, Katharina seems reasonable considering her upbringing.
Yeah.
Went down. At least
She was.
kept her word.
Mother was very much possessed by revenge.
Sure.
And Katarina was very much, she just wanted to get back to life as she knew it, which was the way orcs do it. And so she wanted to honor her mother in this, but she wasn't willing to let her mother take any more leeway than what was absolutely necessary.
Yeah.
Yeah. Any other opinions or, questions or deep thoughts about this adventure?
I don't know. It's always a tough one because both sides are shitty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly, the orcs weren't that shitty though. Like, and the other thing is, sorry, joke in chat. The other thing is, like, I really enjoyed that it could be resolved without it just being combat at the end.
Yeah. Agreed.
Yeah. I didn't even die, which I'm a little disappointed.
Oh, that's right.
My
Calloway stabs Dan in the face.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
And then I just pat Calloway on the shoulder and be like, "The blood gods are sated, my
That'd be done.
My dying words are, well, yeah, take my gold."
We should have. That's what we should have done. We should have planted some evidence on Dan's character, and it would have been Dan that murdered these 3 people.
Oh God, yeah.
Oh,
Dan, we are going back to the town.
Man.
Actually,
we just wind this back a bit.
So,
Sure.
wait, what happens? Go ahead.
I'm willing to die.
Jen?
What happens to Klaus and his mother? Like, does mother's milk ever wear off, or?
Yeah.
Okay.
They would just follow, their instructions.
How long does it take to wear off?
I don't know, 8 to 10 hours.
Oh, okay, good. I was like, how long will they just stay in the basement, not
There's only
drinking or
3
eating
hours
anything?
of air in that basement.
Well,
though.
to keep control of the orcs, mother was feeding them every meal. It was feeding them this mother's brew.
Oh, and so that's why they had a vested interest in killing her too. I didn't quite realize that she was doing that to all of them. I thought it was more of a symbiotic rather than controlled relationship.
It's the backstory on Mother is the orcs showed up when all the women and children were turned over. They killed a lot of them right off the bat. Those of them that didn't look strong enough or healthy enough to, serve in some way, were just killed outright. The rest of them were taken as slaves. Mother, through her magical abilities, she was able to keep her and Katrina safe. And eventually the old orc leader, Big Boss, recognized that and took Mother as his wife. And that's how Gregor, I don't remember the name of that creature, but there's an orc-human hybrid in the book, and I don't remember the name of it right off the top of my head.
I think
That's
it was
the son,
Gregor.
right?
Gregor was the
Gregor.
kid, right?
Gregor was the kid.
Yeah, it's Gregor.
Yeah. And that's how Gregor was born. Eventually, Big Boss died, and that's kind of when Mother was able to come up with her mother's brew and take control of the orc tribe, or the orc horde. With that's how they did that. That's how she was able to take control. And that's when her path for revenge started. That she finally realized she could do it, and she took her shot.
I mean, it worked for a long time until it didn't. So good job on that, I guess.
Yeah. One shot. One opportunity.
Yeah. Not going to miss my
I
shot.
knew where you were going.
Spaghetti.
What? It wasn't going to spaghetti.
Mom's spaghetti, specifically.
Oh, that's how she was controlling them, actually? It was mom's spaghetti?
It wasn't mother's milk.
Yeah,
it was mom's spaghetti.
That's what
that's
it
actually
was.
my headcanon now. If I ever run this, it's mom's spaghetti.
That's it. That's what you should, just change it over to mom's spaghetti.
Can we redo it? And in this case, she's Italian. And like as you roll up, just, what are you doing in my kitchen?
That's it.
Just
Out of here before I
as-
break your face! And she's just rapidly rolling out dough.
Yes.
Pulling it down.
That's it. So yeah, that was a good game.
Yeah, man.
I enjoyed it. Bittersweet that it's, the end of this fun little shindig, but
I mean, that is the symphony that is life.
yeah.
I would say that the ending was popping off, kind of like Horst's head.
Ooh, there you go.
It was off the chain because
That's it.
Hey, Opa!
That's the winner right there.
Alex is like,
That
no.
was the best one all night. You won.
That's it.
Too bad we don't need any more fortune yet.
Yeah. Yeah, that's it. So we'll be back in 2 weeks here, Defenders of Kobold on Zweihander RPG for a better harvest. So you'll see Dan, Alex, and myself and the regular Zweihander crew moving back into that adventure. I'm going to call it Season 2 of A Better Harvest. Formatting's going to change a little bit, you know.
Bloody Marches?
Is that
Bloody
what I said?
Marches.
You said Bitter Harvest.
Bitter Harvest.
Oh, I'm sorry. I meant
And
Bloody Marches.
I was like, is there a season 2? And have you
There's
cut
not.
people based on who you don't want to have back for Bitter Harvest
No,
season
I'm
2?
sorry.
Jen didn't get a callback.
I didn't get a call back.
I
Oh,
got
no.
my words mixed up. No, Bloody Marches.
Harvest harder.
No, we'll be back for Bloody Marches. Back on that. You know, the party last time accidentally destroyed. Well, I wouldn't say accidentally. They destroyed the giant robot full of murder ballerina robots with a nuclear bomb and accidentally destroyed everyone in the town they were trying to save. So now they're back in this giant metropolis, post-apocalyptic style. Moving on from there.
Yeah, we didn't know better. We thought it was a great idea.
It wasn't, but it was a fun idea.
It was a good idea, just not for the result that you wanted.
Yeah.
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 So yeah,
You way undersold us on the size of the bomb.
you know, oh God, too old. That's
Oh, jeez.
sketchy.
Mm.
Yeah, so that'll be 2 weeks. We'll be back there on Defenders of Kobold this coming week. Let's see, Saturday, so that's tomorrow still for us. We'll be on Goodman Games Official playing some DCC, our Phylactery Hex Crawl. That's a blast. I love how just sideways that story's going, and it's absolutely amazing. Sunday, I'll be on twitch.tv/TT2KB for some more Zweihander for Horror in Huttenberg. Monday, we're playing Aliens, right?
Yep, back to Alien.
I am excited. I missed the last session. Hopefully,
Have you made your major character again yet?
I need to make my replacement character. Yeah.
You did it like 5 or 6 different ways.
Yeah. I just never made it out of that sleep pod. Yeah. So yeah, Aliens. That's over on twitch.tv/lollygaggers. Wednesday, we got. What do we got Wednesday? Spectaculars?
Spectacular.
Is nothing
Yeah.
happening Tuesday?
Not for a little bit.
And we can't talk
Okay.
about that outright yet.
Yep.
Okay.
Not for a little bit.
Yeah.
I got
so-
a big on Tuesday though. That's
First rule of the
Spy
Tuesday
related.
What do you got on Tuesday?
Matt's doing the quick start.
Flames
And
of Freedom.
Melissa and I are playing in that. So
Nice.
Nice.
That's Sin Eater, yeah. Some of us are familiar with that. That's we played that doing the play testing.
That is very fun, and if you have any interest
loved
in
my character in that one. Oh.
Yeah, no, don't give away any secrets here, but yeah, it was.
No, so I will just say, like, tonally, same thing as Jen. I really enjoyed my character in the class, like the class, the profession that I had. Like, it was super fun.
She was French.
So yeah,
I made her French.
Yeah.
It was great.
it's gonna
There
be
was none other like her.
yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fun for you guys. I'm looking forward to seeing what you do with that or how that goes. for
What's
you.
Wednesday then?
Wednesday Spectaculars.
Yay!
So we'll be back on Defenders of Kobold for Spectaculars. Nothing on Thursday, Friday. What do we got Friday? That's Joe's game. That's the Hollow Throne.
Mm-hmm.
And then next Saturday is Forbidden Lands. That's the Defenders of Kobold week. Let's see, Josh, what do you got?
What's today? It's Friday.
It's Friday.
It's Friday. That's what today.
For like another
for
10
like-
minutes?
Yeah, I was about to say not for very long, but it still technically is. I will be here tomorrow on twitch.tv/Anorian at 1 p.m. Eastern. If you enjoyed the comedic stylings of me.
There you go.
And I've been actively playing Final Fantasy VI Advance, and we're in the World of Ruin, so that's been fun. And I'll be wrapping that up within about the next week, and then enjoying some spoopy games. So
there you go.
You can, and listen, if you think I'm a cool, calm, and collected kind of fella who always keeps his emotions in check, let me tell you, when it comes to scares, I'm a bitch. So I gotta be honest. So I will scream at everything. So you can find me Tuesdays, Thursdays, Saturdays, Sundays on the Twitterverse. My schedule is on the channel if you're interested in giving a follow.
There you go.
So I'm with you on that. I love horror movies, horror games. I love to play, but I have no ability to. Yeah. Like horror movies, no problem, all day. Games, someone almost killed me.
I'll play them. I will just shriek at
100%.
Everything.
Same.
That's great.
What games are you playing? Like, what games are you considering playing?
So I was originally going to work in Parasite Eve 2 because we had a whole recurring thing on my channel.
Yes.
Last year I did Parasite Eve 1, and then during this year I redid it and did what I'm looking to see. I can't find any proof of anyone else doing it. I may have the first streamed club only run of that. So we might do Parasite Eve 2, but whether or not we do Resident Evil 7 looks like it's going to come up, as well as oh god, what was the other one? Eternal Darkness.
Oh, Eternal Darkness is dope.
Love Eternal Darkness.
And then I may also work in some Until Dawn. So
oh my god, I love Until Dawn.
Yeah. Until Dawn is so fun to play with a group and pass the controller around. That is
right.
Yeah.
And that's a good thing where I can be like, hey guys, what should I do?
Yeah, exactly.
I won't regret asking chat this question.
Right.
Never ever.
Yeah, that is the way to play that game. With friends or with input, yeah.
If I can put in a request for you, one that I have tried to play but I can't play. It's called Visage. It is supposed to be the if PT had actually been created, if
good.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Highly recommend.
I have watched that played a fair bit, and it is intense. So
good. You don't like.
I trapped myself in a bathroom and started crying when the lights went out, and that was the thing that I did on stream.
I'll probably cry while the lights are on.
Why are the lights going out? Oh my god!
What are you even crying at? There's a door.
I miss
there might be something on the other side of the door.
Heard a noise. There's a music box playing. Why is there a music box playing? I hate
Actually, you both are just describing my life in an apartment right now.
Why is there a music box playing?
Why is there a music box playing?
Oh god.
There's a door.
There's a door.
Very confusing.
It's your door. I know.
That's great. Jeff, what do you got going this week?
Before Hexcrawl tomorrow, we're playing the second half of our Electric Bashland adventure, Cloud9 from Outer Space. That's going to be at, I think it's 6 Central on twitch.tv/lollygaggers. Monday, same channel. We got Alien, like Chuck said.
Yeah.
And then next Thursday, so next Tuesday, I'll be playing Flames of Freedom here. And then Thursday, we got our normal Grey Winter Heath game on this channel as well.
Cool. There we go. I think that's all our pluggables. So yeah, good game. It was fun. I look forward to when we can assemble this crew again and do something else. So yeah. Oh, also, October 5th, that's going to be Monday. Beside it being someone very special to all of us, being someone's birthday, more importantly, I wouldn't say more importantly, also, Flames of Freedom Kickstarter launches. So make sure you head over to Kickstarter and get ready to back the latest powered by Zweihander game that this crew's putting out. So yeah, Flames of Freedom. Look for it on Kickstarter on Monday.
Yeah, great.
And that's all I fucking got. So let's sign off. I don't know. Until we see you next time, start fires, do drugs, and tip your bartenders. Doses.
Thanks for watching, everybody.
Now I gotta find the
part where I die.
Yeah. And Dan dies. Bye.
Oh, good. We did it.
I got finger pistols, so we're out.
There we go.